part of our Facebook. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is a good afternoon. Let us all stand together and say glory, glory. Hallelujah. In Thank God that we have somebody put our burdens on. Lean on the everlasting arm. We thank God for this beautiful last Sunday in the month of August. Amen. He's been mighty good to us. still good, and he's still on the throne. Let me make a couple of announcements, and we're going to bring the preacher, who's certainly not a stranger here. He's born right here in Cleveland, born in this church. My second born son, Reverend Stephen Wayne. Yes, I gave him my middle name. Stephen Wayne Howard. Amen. All the way from Philadelphia, the Christian Hope Missionary Baptist Church, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Y'all know him, you know he can preach and will preach. So after 21 sermons straight, I'm getting a break today. 21 straight. Now next Sunday, I think I'm going to do something with this Make America Great Again. All right. So y'all be thinking about that. September the 18th, put that in your calendar. That's a Friday COVID testing here at the church parking lot. September the 18th, COVID testing. 9 a.m. to 12 noon. All right, it's open to the public. Anybody who wants to come and be tested, you can between 9 a.m. and 12. Possibly September the 20th, we're looking to try to reassemble in our sanctuary. All right. Also, October 4th, Men and Women's Day. Amen. Y'all should put your hands together for that too. You heard me saying the telecommunication. Men, we got the ladies right where we want them. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing. Help me, man. Ted, y'all say something. Let me know we're not scared. Earl, y'all say something. Let's say it again. We got these women right where we want them. That's right. All right. Vote, vote, vote. Yeah. Get your grandmamas out to vote. Your aunties, your uncles, baby kids, everybody. Everybody got to vote. Yeah. We must vote. We must vote. You'll hear that up until the 3rd from this pulpit. Vote, vote, vote. Amen? And let's be vigilant. Let's tell everybody everywhere you're standing in the line, the grocery line, at the bank, vote. We have to vote. All right. We're ready for the preached word. He can sing his own song, pray his own prayer, and preach his own preach. Let's put our hands together now, amen, for the Reverend Stephen Wayne Howard. Christian Missionary Baptist Church, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank him for intervening in our lives. As old folks said, letting our moments roll on a little while longer. And I'm certainly thankful and appreciative to my father, my mentor, my pastor, for affording me this opportunity. It is always a joy to be home. Be here at the church that birthed me. I often say that I was born at Mount Sinai Hospital, Cherry, and dropped me off here next, Monday through Monday. We were here. There's always something going on at the church, and so I'm always so thankful to the Lord to be here. It's true, there's no place like home. Amen. I love my church, but I love my city. I love Cleveland. It's just good to be on familiar roads and see familiar streets, buildings, and monuments, but more to the point to be here with you all, see you all's faces. Thank you all so much for your all's love and support. The good people of Christian Hope have allowed me to be their pastor, a privilege and an honor. And so I travel and I preach with their spirit. And I know they're watching. And we thank the Lord for them. They have been a great support to me, to my ministry, and even great friendship. They actually tune in to the Bible study as my mother teaches on Tuesday nights. And so I joke and say that we've become one church in two locations. But I thank the Lord for all of you, for your support, for your prayers. I'm not going to hold you long, but there is a name I love to say. I love to say His praise. It sounds like in my ear, the sweet maybe you can help me with this. How I love Jesus, Jesus, heavenly song. How I love Jesus, Jesus. The gospel in about Luke chapter 7, verse 36. I want to be sure to honor my mother, First Lady of this church. Thank the Lord for her love, her kindness, her stewardship, her faithfulness to this church. I thank the Lord for Pastor Howard. He is the blueprint. Anything that I need, he's there to provide, especially as a new pastor. They tried to time I got because a pandemic, straight from boot camp into the war. And I was thinking about my father and his 48 years here, and I said, well, the reason why he's able to pass the pandemic with such poise is because this isn't his first pandemic. In 48 years, he has had many pandemics, many moments of dread and caution and avoiding certain people. Amen. So I'm so thankful to use him as a tutorial for my preaching. And chapter 7, verse 36 to 38. Now one of the Pharisees was requesting him to dine with him. And he entered the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. Orange. There was a woman in the city who was a sinner. And when she learned that he was reclining at the table in the Pharisee's house, she brought an alabaster vial of perfume. Standing behind him at his feet, weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears, and wiping them with her hair of her head, and kissing his feet and anointing them with perfume. Amen. Amen. Brother Earl, if it's all right, I just want to talk about what am I going to do with these tears? What am I going to do with these tears? All of the things that make humans different. The one thing that we have in common is that we all shed tears. Deacon Benson, unless you have a case of melancholia or anhedonia, then we all have to cry sometime. In fact, when a baby is born, the first sign of humanity that they show is demonstrated through crying. And it's interesting that that's an indication, Brother Rush, that something is wrong. Different types of tears. There are basal tears, which lubricate the cornea. There are reflexive tears. These tears are produced by certain irritations to the eye, certain allergens. If you were pepper spray, the sulfate oxide that comes from cutting an onion, these produce reflex tears. But then there are psychic tears. Psychic tears are the ones produced by your emotion. Your joy, your sadness, your elation, or your devastation are psychic tears. Have to cry sometimes. Crying is not only a human response to joy and sorrow, Brother Darnell, but crying is an anatomical necessity. If you don't cry, you increase the risk for cardiovascular disease. You increase the risk of other stress-related disorders. So I'll stop by just to check in this morning, go on and cry. Let the endorphins flow. Wash the debris and the dust from your eyes that would otherwise blind you. But when you cry, tears wastefully fall to the ground. Rather take those tears to the feet. I wish I had a prayer of Jesus. This woman in our text is no stranger to a wet face. She knows something about tears cascading down her cheek. Let's look at it. Jesus enters into a town. And oddly enough, this Pharisee named Simon invites Jesus to his house for dinner. This is odd, this is strange. It's peculiar because the Pharisees were the opponents of Jesus. They were the spiritual or religious watchdogs. They were the religious policemen. They viewed sin as an incurable disease. And they thought the only way to deal with the sinner is to avoid them altogether. And so they were not righteous, they were self-righteous. Pastor Howard said they didn't say amen, they said amen. The Pharisees despised Jesus. They despised him not only because he loved sinners and embraced sinners, but because his theology exposed their sinfulness. And so it is interesting that this Pharisee would invite Jesus, his opponent, his enemy, to dinner. The question is, why would he invite Jesus? What agenda did he have? What was up his sleeve? Did he invite Jesus because he had heard so much about him and he was intrigued and wanted a closer inspection? Was it that he was wanting to host a famous rabbi? Take pictures, post it on his Facebook and Instagram page with the hashtag, look who's coming to dinner. Was he sent by the Pharisees? Was this a mission of espionage? Was he sent there to try to see if Jesus was really righteous? If perhaps he could find some flaws in his character? If he could get Jesus to make an offbeat, off-color joke off the rest? Or was he like Nicodemus, his Pharisee colleague, who really didn't have a problem with Jesus, but like the Republicans chose party over principle? We don't know why he invited Jesus, but we do know that Jesus showed up. Thank God. That's the news this morning. One thing that I love about Jesus, and I know you feel the same, is Jesus does not refuse invitations. Yeah, if you ask him to come in, yeah, you might as well open the door because he's coming in. If you ask him to come into your heart, ask him to come into your home, ask him to come into your marriage, ask him to invade the space of your friends and your family, Jesus is coming in. Jesus was an itinerant preacher. He would go from village to village, from town to town preaching. So some scholars believe, incorporating, that perhaps this dinner was a type of love offering, a type of gratuity, a way of paying the priest for his priesthood. But all I'm trying to tell you is Jesus showed up. This dinner was thrown for Jesus, but it was open to the public. This was an open house. The entire village, the entire diaspora knew that Rabbi was coming to town. And they would all come out of respect for the preacher, respect for the rabbis. They would come to hear the words that fell from his lips. They could not eat at the table, but they could stand or sit against the wall. Out of nowhere, this nameless woman crashes the party. Luke does not give this woman a name. All we know is that she is a sinner and she lives in the city. She's not invited. She crashed the party. She's a resident of the city, but she is rejected by the citizens of the city. Isn't that something? If there's anywhere that a sinner ought to be accepted, that a sinner ought to be embraced, it should be among believers of God. But you got some people that only want to save white-collar sinners. They don't have a problem evangelizing to a fornicator, but they will spiritually ignore a pimp. They don't have a problem lifting a liar, but they will throw away a thug. Yeah. There's some people who only want you to be a white-collar sinner. And that's interesting, and it's an oxymoron, it's a paradox and a paradigm, because the reality is all of us have skeletons in our closets. And some don't have skeletons, some got cemeteries. Come on and help me preach it. Some that the women say, you got some bodies. The reality is that if we were to take a stroll down your past, we'd have to put on a COVID mask and asbestos mask to get through the debris of all of the things that you have done. I thank the Lord that He is a God of a breakthrough, but I praise Him that He's also the God of a cover-up. Thanks be to God that when you walked in here today, we did not know some of the things that you've done. Some folks only want white-collar sinners. This woman had a notorious reputation. Now, many possibilities as to why she was called a sinner, but theologians believe that this woman was a prostitute. If I was a better preacher, I'd call this Sex in the City. Wow, the men have sought her. Many men have sought her. Now, lately, she only seeks one man. Wow, she has allured many men. Now, only one man has caught her attention. Evidently, this woman had heard about Jesus. Heard about His compassion for sinners. Heard that He does not run background checks. Heard that He exposes records. Heard that He takes our criminal reports and puts it in a divine shredder. Maybe she heard Jesus say, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Lie down. Thou everyone lie down, thy head upon my breast. And you knew Sister Valerie that had to appeal to her, because every time she laid down in the past, she got everything but rest. Inwardly, this woman is broken. Outwardly, she's cut off from society. She is alone in the bed and alone in the street, even though both places were heavily populated. She is shunned by the elite and abused by the town folks. She heard that Jesus was in town, and she had to get to the only doctor that took walk-ins. She had to get to the spiritual masseuse that could massage her broken heart. This woman is in holy desperation. Can you imagine the scrutiny? The venomous stings, the repulsed response, the shame that the attendees are pushed on this woman. She's a harlot. She's a hustler. She's a garden utensil. She has to walk into this inhospitable atmosphere. Some of y'all know something about that. You ever pull up in front of your job and just look at the building before you go in? You ever say, Lord, now I'm in here. If Barbara said one thing, not today, not today. I'm not a Lord. If she looks at me, I'm talking about walking in an inhospitable atmosphere. You ever pulled up to your house? Don't say amen too loud. And just looked at the house and had to gather up before you got into the house to have to be bombarded by the kids, bombarded by the wife, deal with a fool for the husband. Just talk about the inhospitable atmosphere. This woman got to walk in, and everybody knows what she does. Everybody understands her job description. Yes, sir. She is the object of insult. I hate her because her and their husband first name basis. Extra biblical accounts have us to know that they actually stand at they took their daughters as she passed by and pushed them behind them as if what she was to get on them. Such disdain for this woman. It's hard for her to get to Jesus. And never discount how difficult it is for to get to Jesus. It ain't always easy to make it here on Sunday. Look like Monday through Saturday, you got all the energy in the world, but come Sunday night, you tired, you worn out, and you just keep hitting the alarm 15 more minutes, 15 more minutes, 15